All right, welcome back, everyone. This is Dos Toques. We are now on episode 4. This is now the post World Cup episode. We're going to give you guys our thoughts on the tournament as a whole, the World Cup final, and then what we are expecting and, what's to watch for club soccer coming up. Josh, talk to us, bro.
Welcome
Spain
everyone.
are World Cup champions for the second time ever, and they have dominated the sport these last few weeks. Give us your thoughts.
First thing that comes to mind is, bro, there was a lot of social media presence in regards to people saying Spain say football. The style of play of Argentina was frowned upon. It seems like everybody finally got the gist of like, yo, Argentina is, it's very, very dirty, in terms of how they play. But you and I both know that's the style. That's the style, bro. That's the culture. They're taught to play
Yeah,
that physical. They're taught to play dirty. They've
yeah,
been taught on how to pick up these silly technical fouls that are very frowned upon overseas in Europe. But that's the style of play, and that's what
and
makes Argentina Argentina. So I think it sucks that they're getting a lot of um, negative, uh, like just representation of their country, which
mhm.
I mean, like I said, it's part of the culture. But really, really happy that Spain won fair and square, played beautiful football the game before, and during the final they were able to replicate it. So
Yeah,
overall, I think it's a well-deserved World Cup win for Spain.
yeah. I agree. I think Spain, they've played the best. They've played the best football across the 2 months of the tournament. And bro, when you concede one goal the entire tournament and you
That's right.
dominate in possession, it's hard to argue against that no matter what. Like
Hmm.
this team, I think moving forward, like I think this is the start of like a dynasty pretty much. We've talked about France being that like dominating force. I mean,
Yeah,
bro, I think we're in for like Euros, the Nations League. Like Spain is the team to beat now. Like how everyone had France because of Mbappe, that is now Spain because of how just complete that team is and how dominant they've been the entire time. But yeah, I think we saw Spain come out the same way they did against France, just calm on the ball, forcing the other team to try to press and one thing that I really liked from the Spain team, bro, is the both center backs Laporte and Cubarsi, how comfortable they are with the ball and how when Rodri drops pretty deep to receive the ball and they drag out that midfielder, one of the center backs will push forward high to receive the ball and dribble into space. And I think obviously Cubarsi has had an amazing tournament. I think he won the young player of the tournament.
he gained my respect.
Defensively, yeah,
Gained my
defensively,
respect.
the kid's a beast, but
Yeah.
on the ball, he's also very, very good. Like this
Hmm.
guy can play, and I think that's just this whole team across the board. I mean, Cucurella had a good tournament. Porro had a good tournament, and those are like before this tournament, you see their fullbacks, and you're like, they'll get cooked. They'll get cooked by like some wingers. Nah, bro,
They
they
held it
defended
down.
well. Yeah, they
Held it
defended
down.
well, and dude, one goal the entire tournament. And just a little fun fact: one goal the entire tournament. I bet Spain to keep a clean sheet that game. That game against Belgium, I put Spain clean sheet,
No
and that's the
way.
only game they conceded a goal, bro. That was
That's
insane. But um,
cooked.
I was the bad jinx. But one thing I wanted to mention to you, bro, is I think obviously Dani Olmo was a huge part of this team. This guy plays in between the lines. He receives the ball, lays off. He has his
I gotta get my
flicks, his
respect too.
flares. He's a baller. And I want to say this though: we saw Spain play with him there, and I think Fermin Lopez is clear of Dani Olmo in terms of uh, his ability and his level. And bro, I think this team gets even scarier once Fermin Lopez gets healthy. And unfortunately, he was out of this tournament because of his injury right before the tournament. But um, bro, like I don't know, like
That
the
creates a
last
whole new channel of attack
yeah,
for Spain.
bro, like Fermin Lopez was like peaking before the tournament. With Barca, dude, this dude was scoring every game. Like
Yeah.
And so it was a huge blow from Spain, but I think Dani Olmo really stepped it forward. But I mean, how did you see Dani Olmo this whole tournament? You know, filling in that role. I don't think anyone really thought he was going to be coming out, you know, playing the way he did. But bro, he was a
Yeah.
huge factor in this team.
Yeah. One thing that stood out to me most is that he doesn't have that traditional style of like that Spanish midfielder flair. Of when when you think of Spanish midfielders, you think of them as being like very good at the simple movements, being able to
Mm-hmm.
receive, control the ball, distribute. But bro, he has a different sauce in his game, man. The
Mm-hmm.
way he turns with the ball, the way he does feints with the ball, like
Yeah.
it's very unorthodox in that center midfield position for him.
Yeah.
Another thing that stands out to me too, and it's very underrated, and I think he deserves his flowers, is Fabian Ruiz.
Oh yeah.
I think the moment they bench Pedri, they brought in Fabian. It brought a whole new versatility to that midfield. Again, it's not the traditional Spanish midfielder
Mm-hmm.
that Fabian Ruiz also brings. Almost
Yeah.
far more. Like his is very different from the Spanish.
Yeah.
He grew up in I think almost spent a lot of his early career in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he went through the academy with Barca as
Mm-hmm.
well. So still has those fundamental Spanish caricatures, and I think Fabian Ruiz and then Rodri's just that's the gold standard of the Spanish midfielder. Like
Yeah.
that's the gold standard. Like when I think of a Spanish midfielder, Rodri's the prime example. So I
Yeah.
think Spain won because that midfield was just too much for teams to
Yeah.
handle. And coming into the game, I'll end here. I was gonna pay attention to the tempo because both teams love controlling tempo and they're
Mm-hmm.
really great at controlling the pace of how the game
Yeah.
flows. And Argentina couldn't do it, man. Spain
Yeah.
held the whole tempo and the pace of the whole game until those last few minutes where the urgency again kicked up
Mm-hmm.
and in Argentina, turned on that switch. Bro, I was off my chair thinking that they were gonna tie it those last few minutes.
Yeah. That would have been
Um,
insane.
yeah, so they
How?
held the tempo all the way to
Yeah.
the end. So that was really cool to see too. Just like both teams trying to take control, but Spain was just too dominant.
Yeah. You mentioned Rodri being that, you know, prime example of the Spanish midfielder. I want to ask you something. Um, Rodri now is a World Cup winner, Premier League winner, Champions League winner, Ballon d'Or winner. What else does he have to do to start being in contention for, you know, like top 5 greatest midfielders of all time? Like, what else is missing for him, you know?
Yeah.
What do you already
Uh,
put him like, you know, in the top 10? Like, is he sliding in top 5 yet with, you know, the
I don't.
Modric,
I can't. I can't.
Iniesta,
I
or
can't. For me, really the defining factor is those crunch time moments. Like, yes,
mm-hmm,
you have the accolades to back up your name,
mm-hmm,
but it's those crunch time moments where those big players just step up and they stand out. Rodri, bro, he's like every coach. That's the coach's golden boy. Every coach would want a midfielder like Rodri. He
mm-hmm,
does everything just perfect.
yeah,
But I haven't seen his name enough in those crunch time moments where he steps up, scores some goals, gets a crazy assist that really puts him up there for me. Now,
yeah,
if he does like another World Cup or he does like some back to backs Champions League, if he comes to Madrid, he brings the CL. Hey, I might rank you up there, my boy.
Well, bro, talking about that transfer, I just saw this morning that it's like in advance talks now. Like Rodri wants
Really
it, Real Madrid want it, and now it's just the numbers and stuff like that.
nice.
That's gonna be insane, bro. I mean, we're gonna
I gotta
see a
shout him
midfield.
out.
We're gonna see a midfield of Rodri, Valverde, Bellingham in a team of under Jose Mourinho, bro. So it's like the dynamics gonna be crazy. Like we don't know what it's gonna look like, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from Rodri, next player I want to talk about is Lamin Yamal. So we mentioned that Fermin Lopez would have brought a whole other dynamic to this team, a whole other level. And I think, and I mean, I've spoken to Barca fans too, and they say the same thing. They say like Lamine Yamal had a poor World Cup, like he didn't do well. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he was bad because at
It
least
wasn't
his
bad.
presence on the field was forcing a 2v1 every
It
single
was
time.
yeah.
And you could see every team was scared to push to like step onto him. Like he was okay, but he was not that like La Liga dominant Lamine like unplayable. Dude was creating a chance every time. And so I think some of it had to do with his injury that he had picked up right before the World Cup. I mean, he missed out the first
Could
game
be.
or he
Yeah.
got subbed off. So maybe you know how it feels, bro. You have that little like you're hesitant to do these movements when you have a hamstring injury like that. Um, but bro, I think this is another player where it's like we didn't see his full potential, and it adds on to the fact that like this Spain team is actually even scarier than they are because they got it done with ease with
Yeah.
these two big players, you know, being out, Fermin
Yeah.
Lopez and Lamin Yamal. But I mean, what are your thoughts on Lamin and like how he's gonna? I mean, he set the bar high already. I mean, the World Cup
That's what
winner
it
at age
is.
19, and
That's what
now
it is. Yeah.
how does he go from here? You know?
Yeah. He set the bar very high coming into the World Cup. You also mentioned the injury, which I am totally agree. Like if it's one of those nagging injuries where it can't let you, push yourself to the 100%, that's
Yeah.
what it felt like. Another
Mm-hmm.
thing is I cut him some slack because, dude, you're at the World Cup. You're not facing no Farmers League defenders. You're facing the best of the best.
Yeah.
You're facing against coaches and tactical assistant coaches that understand the game. It can make that whole match for you just hell.
Yeah.
They've had months of preparation to get you ready, and these elite defenders, you can't just do a simple, touch on the side or a feint. And he was still getting some. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but it he set the bar high, and at the World Cup, I don't think he met that bar by what the standards of what the fans were expecting.
Yeah.
But how you mentioned too, his presence was felt.
Yeah.
I think this tournament really emphasized like just how lethal he is because he was pulling those that 2v1 all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was allowing Spain to move forward and be able to better distribute the ball because of his
Yeah.
presence. So I think he's still young. He's still, bro. I'm excited to see how good that kid could get, even despite he's he plays in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Because dude, it's a new generation now. We're getting a lot of the folks from our time viewing the game retiring. So we see
Yeah.
all the new kids in the block coming in. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see what happens for this season.
Yeah. Um, Lastly, about at least on the Spain side, I want to, show some love for Ferran Torres. I think obviously game-winning goal in a World Cup final, that's a dream for everyone. One thing, I don't know if you saw this video, but against Cabo Verde, he scored a goal and it was like offsides by like a little bit. And he was, I mean, Ferran has been struggling, like he has been struggling bad. Like he just couldn't find the back of the net. And there's a clip of Ferran like watching as the VAR is reviewing it, and he's like lip syncing. You know when they do like the voiceover lip syncing, and he's literally saying like, "Please God, let it be a goal. Please let it be a goal."
Damn.
Because he's like, bro, as a striker, like you feel that, bro. It's like, dude, I just need one to get out of this slump, and it wasn't a goal. They didn't count it. The dude doesn't score, doesn't do anything. He has a super quiet World Cup knockout stage. And then on the biggest stage, he gets his moment against Argentina to win them the trophy. So
He was picking up
um,
some assists too, though, in the
he
knockouts.
was.
Like
But as a
crucial assists.
striker, yeah,
Yeah,
he got the
yeah.
one against Merino, huh? He got 4 Merino. But
I think one
yeah,
before that
dude,
too.
he
I
got
don't know
his
about him
moment,
to
bro.
Madrid though. I'm not a big
Ferran?
nah.
I haven't seen that at all. I mean, he's with Barca. You think that one will freaking
Yeah, there's rumors about him coming to Real Madrid. I hope not, only because Gonzalo like has a very similar play style as Ferran.
I'm gonna go out on a crazy one here. I think Gonzalo Garcia is better than Ferran Torres. Like, there, people are gonna, they'll say or whatever. They can clip it, but I mean, Gonzalo Garcia might be heading to Fulham. He might be joining Arbeloa at Fulham on loan, and so
I don't
I
think he should do
think,
that. That guy
I
has a lot
think,
of potential.
yeah, this squad, the Real Madrid current squad really messed up Gonzalo Garcia's development. I think the players we have with Vinny, Mbappe, they just, not that he didn't fit into this team. He fit right into this team, bro. He's a true nine. But
Yep.
to keep the big star players on, he was suffering and kept onto the
I
bench.
hope
But
I hope Jose Mourinho has the balls to be like, you ain't playing today, man. You coming in
yeah,
with that attitude, you ain't playing today.
I hope so, bro. I
I
hope
don't
so.
care if you're a
But
superstar.
yeah,
You've done
well,
it in the past. You've done it in the past, but
Yeah,
Madrid's a whole different powerhouse.
it is. So, all right, wrapping up on the World Cup final. Um, Messi. Did we see Messi's last World Cup game and or his last international game for Argentina? Or what do you think? Do you think he still got it in him to go on to another tournament, or did we see the last of Messi?
I is enough for one more tournament, one or two more tournaments. I don't know
Yeah,
when Copa America is up next. I think it's next year, no? Uh,
not too
but
sure.
I think he has like one more Copa America in him. I
No,
say
no World Cup, no shot at a World Cup.
I think he could stick with the World Cup. I think if he has the squad to back him up, I think that's gonna matter a lot. Like if Argentina continues to produce the squads that
Yeah,
they've been producing, I see no problem with him doing another World Cup.
yeah. I think he does make it to the next World Cup, and I think he's gonna take the role that like Ronaldo took this season, where it's like, bro, just give him the ball in the box. Like we're gonna see him less on the ball and just
Yeah,
get this full chance, you know.
it didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah, so
But
we'll
Messi's
see
already
what
been
happens.
doing that. Messi's already been doing that too, though. So
Well, my thing with Messi is like what's obviously helping him so much is the amount of rest he's just getting at MLS.
Evans,
Like he's chilling in Miami. So and I mean we saw this dude was fresh this tournament, bro. He was
yeah,
fresh. Legs were good. But
yeah.
but yeah, that pretty much sums it up for our World Cup final thoughts. Let's move over to post World Cup as a whole, the whole tournament. Um, what are your thoughts when you think of the opening game, Mexico South Africa, the rematch from 2010 to the final of Argentina versus Spain, and then the third place game, England France. Every game all considered. What are your thoughts?
Being a host country, I loved it, man. I'm so glad I got to experience it. I loved just seeing how much it brought people together, how many new fans got into the game. I spoke to you the other day, like I would see like fathers and their kids like going out and just kicking the ball around, and I knew it was the
Yeah.
first time like doing it because they had a fresh new soccer ball.
Mm-hmm.
So that just brings a lot of joy. Like it brought our families close on the weekends, trying to watch the
Yeah.
game. So that's a beautiful experience every time.
Yeah.
And I think it was very exciting. I enjoyed the new format
Yeah.
of having more groups, more teams. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that. I think like it brought a bunch of goals like scored in this World Cup. I mean, there's a lot more teams, but it's a lot more excitement as well, seeing that many
Yeah.
goals happen. So let's hope the 2030 is the same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start saving up already, man. I'm telling you,
Oh, 100%.
that's
We
gonna
have
be a
to, bro.
vibe. Yeah, that
We
one's gonna
have
be
to
a
be
vibe.
there.
Yeah,
We have to be there. But bro, I agree, man. I think being a host nation and being able to go to two games, I think obviously it's an experience I'm gonna remember forever. Like I remember just being there at the stadium, and I was like, bro, I'm really here. Like I can't believe this is actually happening. And like you mentioned, bro, just how everyone was talking about it. This was all that was going on, bro. Like the world forgot about everything. They forgot
yeah,
about politics. They forgot about everything, and was like, we're
yeah.
having a watch party tonight.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro. I mean, I had a couple watch party with friends, super fun. It's just I don't know, bro. I just loved it so much. I remember being at work and it was like, all right, it's 12. Who's playing right now? Boom, one game. And then it's 3. Who's playing right now? Boom, another game. And then I get home, eat. Who's playing? Boom, another game. And then the best ones, bro, were like the 8 p.m., 9 p.m. games where it's like late night, just chilling on the couch, bro, watching the games on the TV. I was like, this is peak right here. And so
Another
I
thing I
think,
like too.
uh-huh.
Sorry, to cut you off. Finish,
No, you're good.
finish.
You're good.
Another thing I like too is that there's always this negative misconception about America as a
Mm-hmm.
country, and like all the media pouring all these silly antics on our politicians, our people
Mm-hmm.
here. But once fans from overseas, some of them were even like pushing back to come over because of that. But once they
Yeah.
got here, you know, they had a complete shift in their mindset and
They,
perspective on
they saw the real people,
saw the
the
people,
average
the
American,
beauty, the
bro.
food, just
Yeah.
you know, capitalism as at its highest. So that was also really cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to see all these, Norwegians that are like, "What is ranch sauce? Where is this? We need to take it home," and stuff like that. But nah, I agree, bro. I think the World Cup in general, that's what it does. It brings people together, makes everyone forget about the stuff that doesn't matter, and it's like, bro, this is the beauty that you find behind a sport. And yeah, bro, I think one thing I wanted to ask you is like, the clips of the watch parties and like the partying after and all that stuff. How do you rank the host nations? I'm pretty sure we both have the same thing, but who do you think was the best host nation out of the three?
Ah, dude, that's tough. That's tough.
Really, I thought
I,
this was easy for me.
I would say, dude, that's so tough. America had a lot of fans from all over the world, and everywhere they
Yeah.
went, it was a party, man. Like everywhere they went. But as a host nation and its people, Mexico takes it.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
thought.
way too many clips of just good vibes and then just having
Yeah,
fun with all the fans from other nations. So
I think Mexico,
it's too
they just
humble.
know how
They're so
to.
humble.
Yeah, they know how to host.
Yeah.
And I mean, you think about their people too, bro, like how welcoming Mexicans are, you know what I mean? And so it's like with foreigners and stuff like that, like, oh, it was a joy for them to, bring people into their country. But yeah, bro, I saw some insane clips like when they're at the city and like Mexico scores and you just see like the cloud of beer just like shoot everywhere, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, the limbs there were crazy. But yeah, I think for sure Mexico takes that as the best host nation. I think America strongly comes in second. I think people did not think America was going to show out for their country the way they did, and bro, being at these games, oh, bro, like I had never, bro. I've gone to events for like NFL playoff games and stuff like that, and never did it even occur to like me talk to people or like everyone, bro. Every game, well, the two games I went to, it was like everyone's shaking each other's hands, everyone's chanting, everyone's like, "Yo, you got that on," or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like it was crazy, bro. And I think America showed out, bro. I think soccer took such a huge leap forward after this tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously Canada third. I mean, Canada was just kind of there.
Sorry.
Um,
They
it was
got
like,
they got no type of clout, man, in this
yeah,
World
it was
Cup.
just like, all right, it was just there. Feel bad for Canada, but I mean, they're getting better. Their team is actually getting better. They're improving. But anyway, all right, moving on from the host countries, how we rank them. I want to know who your breakout star of the tournament is. Who was the one that just stood out and was like, this guy's going to the moon. His stock is going up. Buy his rookie cards now.
Moroccan midfielder. I think his name is Al
Boandi
Badi.
or Boandi or something like that. Boadi, something like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know. I know who you're talking about. The midfielder.
yeah. That guy has flair to his game, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's so young. Every time I watched him play, like he always stood out, and he would compete so well against the other teams. When he played against France,
Mm-hmm.
he was going up against that midfield, man. He was relentless. He was young. Just you just know by the eye test, like how he moves with the ball, how he distributes it, how he takes on a defender.
Yeah.
Um, I think that kid's gonna land on a big team this
Yeah.
summer because I think he's with
Lille.
Lille. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
think.
I'm real interested.
I
I wonder where he's gonna head because he for sure deserves a bigger club.
I think literally the biggest club interested, I think, is City. I think City are already like trying to finalize
That's
stuff
nice.
for him. But
That's nice.
yeah,
Yeah, he'll fit
mine.
in that. You know.
Yeah, I think mine. They just got Elliot Anderson too, by the way.
Oh snap!
Um, I think my star of the tournament, I think, is Jan Diomande. I think there's no surprise. I mean, I watched every Ivory Coast game. I enjoyed watching that team, bro. I wanted them to go far so bad. I think their midfield lacked a little bit, but they were just a fun team to watch. Amad Diallo and Yan Diomande, they were fun to watch. That guy has flair, bro. That guy can play.
He's nice. He's
Um,
nice.
and I think I mean, you see right now Real Madrid trying to hijack the deal against PSG. They're all in on him, bro. I think they're like
Really?
already offered 115 million. Everything was agreed between him and PSG. He was gonna make the move, but Real Madrid are like, nah, we want this guy.
What team
Which
is he currently in?
uh,
Salzburg?
I th- yes, I think yeah, he is, yes. But um, I thought that was super interesting, bro. I mean, he's a left winger. We've got Mbappe, we've got Vinny, and Real Madrid are throwing money at this kid. I mean, we're trying to make something happen. I mean, 2 seasons back to back, no trophies. For sure, the board is like, we're gonna dominate these guys one way or another. But today, reports came out that Arsenal are trying to make a move for Vinny Jr. So
I was just about to ask you that.
is this Real
It is.
Madrid like, like, hey, like if Vinny's out the door, like we don't mind getting a bag for him. We'll get this young Yan Diamante. But I don't know, bro.
I
Super
think
super
Vinny
weird.
dips. I think Vinny
You think so?
dips. Yeah, he got a brand new chin. You know, homie's looking for new beginnings, bro.
Oh shit!
Dude,
But
I could not believe that was his real shit. Anyways, I don't want to. I don't want to touch too much on that, but
nah,
I don't mind
I
seeing
saw.
Vinny going. I
I
think we're
saw.
building a pretty good squad
Yeah,
that doesn't have to rely too heavily on Vinny now.
yeah. I don't know. I think that Vinny always has a special place in my heart. I've always ranked him. Um, pretty highly up there. And then we saw the season with Benzema, where it was him and Benzema. We are like, these guys are cracked. Benzema dipped, and we were like, oh, that's it. And Vinny carried
Picked
us
up.
again, and we won another one. So, um, yeah, we'll see what happens there. Now, who is your flop of the tournament? Like, just like this guy was terrible in every aspect, shouldn't even have been there.
I'm with you here, man. Bruno, the Bruno one hurt.
Yeah,
Um,
that's mine as well, Bruno.
it was just an eyesore to watch him play, bro. It looked like he
Mm-hmm.
was. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
It was sad to see him lose that many possession on the ball. Like how many possessions he had on the ball, he would lose it simply because he could not control the ball, or he did a silly pass, or
bro,
he just did a silly touch trying to take out a defender. Dude, it was a disaster. And
bro.
I had this Portugal team like up maybe even in the final, dude. I had like Portugal versus Spain in the final because on paper those brothers look nice, but into this World Cup, the biggest downfall was that midfield, and you can't win a
Yeah.
game without a strong midfield. So Bruno for me was just sad.
Yeah, bro. I have Bruno or Vitinha because Vitinha is a freaking back-to-back Champions League winner. This guy was rated up there, like best
True.
midfielder in the world right now. But, bro, I mean, you know me, bro. I'm a huge Bruno fan. This dude's a legend in my eyes for United. I love this guy to death, bro. Like anyone who knows me knows how much I love Bruno. But, bro, you cannot go from breaking the record for most assists in a season in the Premier League and then play like that, bro. And look, I'm not going to act like this was all his doing. The way Roberto Martinez had this team playing was horrific. This whole, patient on the ball, just keep it knocking back and forth. Bro, there was just one clip. I couldn't believe my eyes. I think Ronaldo like dribbles at two people. He takes them both out. He does like a
Oh,
chop step over, plays
passes
it to
back.
Bruno back a little bit, and everyone's running in the box. And Bruno like fakes and passes it back all the way to like the center back, bro, or the left back. And he's literally at the top of the 18. And that's in my eyes. I'm like, Bruno doesn't do that in United. This fool will travella this ball into the box or take like a wide touch out to the right and shoot
Yeah,
it from there. Like this is not the same Bruno, and I just couldn't believe what I was watching, bro. Even my dad, bro, because my dad watches United all the time with me.
yeah.
He was like, "What the hell's wrong with this guy? Like what is he doing?" And I'm just like, "Dude, it's insane that like the fall off, the drop off of his quality and performances was shocking, bro." So I think that was an easy pick for me. Bruno being the
I
flop
wonder
of the
what happened.
tournament.
I don't know if it was the pressure, the big expectations, but he's usually that type of player to step up to the plate when
Yeah,
all the
rise to
odds
the
are against
occasion.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't know, bro. Maybe there is some locker room stuff going on internally. They just, I don't know, man. It just sucks
it's
that,
always I've always hated that from Portugal, man.
yeah, this golden generation of Portugal has just wasted a World Cup at their peak. Like this next World Cup, Bruno's old. Bruno's like 33 right now, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like this was their peak, and like they just threw this shit away. So that
But
was just a bummer. I mean,
yeah, I mean they did lose to Spain, who ended up winning, but
that's true. But yeah,
it was a
just
boring
it
game
just
overall.
sucks.
Like
It was, yeah.
it, seeing the game, like you knew Portugal wasn't gonna win it.
Yeah. Now I want to ask you who you're like. I don't know what they call it, but basically, the team that surprised you the most and did really well. That like you weren't really expecting them to. Um, who
USA,
do you USA
USA.
really? Yeah, you didn't think they were gonna come out the way they did, and
No man, I think that's why I didn't buy my ticket, bro. Because everything leading up to the World Cup, it was just wasn't meeting the expectations of a caliber team that
mm-hmm.
could compete in the World Cup.
Yeah.
But the moment
So
the tournament started, man, they went up and running. This was like a whole new team that I've never witnessed or got to
yeah.
experience. So that was really awesome to see just the quality of all the players just pick up a notch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I didn't have USA going this far.
Yeah.
Or
Won the group.
I saw them winning the group, but I didn't see them like playing at the level that they were playing.
Yeah. Like you thought they were gonna be scraping wins.
yeah, yeah,
No, yeah,
exactly.
they won in fashion for sure.
Yeah.
I think Norway exceeded expectations. I think everyone had them out against Brazil pretty much. Um, but Norway for sure. Like, and I wanted to add this as far as breakout star. I wanted to give an honorable mention here. Even though it's not a breakout star, Erling Haaland is on a whole other level right now. Like, I don't know if you're not on Instagram right now, but if you see like this, everyone is talking about him, bro.
Really?
He's like in every industry, like there's references to him. Like the people love him. The guy has a really funny character. He has personality, super humble guy. And bro, I think just from this tournament, he gained almost 30 million followers. Yeah, dude. And this guy was already worldwide superstar. Like everyone knows him around the world, but it brought a whole nother level to him because the guy's just an animal, bro. That second goal against Brazil, when he scored that, I just threw my arms in the air and I was like, whatever, bro. Like, yeah, you can do that, like, I guess. But yeah, he was my breakout superstar, like an honorable mention. But Norway for sure, as far as like a team that exceeded expectations. They were so good, bro. They came out playing. I'm not gonna lie, I was very hypercritical of Martin Odegaard, but I think he did well. I still don't rate him too high, but I think he did well for this team. He did his job, and the threat was there when he had the ball in the final third. Teams were super hesitant to step up, but overall,
he
and then
does
they have
well.
Nusa as well. Mm-hmm.
Nusa, yeah. Odegaard does well when he's the leading midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the midfield responsibilities are accounted to just one player in that midfield, and it's Odegaard, that's where he flourishes. When you have too many stars in that midfield, and some of those responsibilities don't fall too much on him, that's where he starts to just step away from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, anytime he had that ball, man, Norway had a threat.
Yeah. So props to Norway. Those are our breakout stars, the teams. And then who do you think was a huge flop? Who do you think was like, this team just didn't do anything, just a waste of space there? just air right there, taking up space.
Bro, I already said it before, but I think Portugal, man.
Yeah.
I'm super critical about how they came into this World Cup. They had a strong defense. Honestly, I think their defense held them down. If it wasn't, their defense was probably the main like part of this whole tournament for them. Is that they were able to hold it down for them, because some of those games were pretty brutal because that midfield was struggling. And I'm a big Ronnie fan. To see him go out like that, and not see him at that level and at that standard that we're so used to seeing him, all because of that midfield was struggling.
Yeah.
It was a huge, huge letdown. And then you see Messi in Argentina just flourish. Like,
Yeah.
dang, dude.
All right, bro. So that was pretty much our flops of the tournament. Who exceeded expectations? The breakout stars. So, um, moving forward now, transitioning from the World Cup talk, we've got an interesting season of club soccer coming up. Um, Obviously, here's what we're going to talk more about. Our clubs that we support, that we'll be watching the most of. Um, so let's look at Real Madrid, bro. Real Madrid the Real Madrid players scored a total of 22 goals at the FIFA World Cup, more than any other club. And it goes to show that at an individual level, we have that firepower. We have the Mbappe, the Vini, the Bellingham. It's like at the international level, everyone flourishes. What has been the issue these last 2 seasons at the club to where they're trophyless? And I think under Mourinho, bro, this team has a lot of stuff to prove. So, what are your thoughts? What you're expecting from these guys getting back, and how this team can come back after such a big tournament from these big name players?
I think the slap on the face for Real Madrid was not having a single Real Madrid player on that Spain squad. I think
Yeah.
22 goals. To me, that doesn't count. He hasn't even stepped a foot in the Bernabeu yet.
Yeah.
But 22 goals, I mean, it's cool and all. I mean, majority of those are probably Mbappe's. Probably a third of that is Mbappe's. But we need to see more. Like, not seeing enough Real Madrid players in this World Cup is just a slap on the face to what's been going on with our club. And I think I'm really interested to see how we're going to come out and play because you know it. The past 2-3 seasons, ever since Toni Kroos has left our midfield, Modric left the midfield too. There's just this stagnant style of play the moment we reach the final third of the opponent. It's just like this lazy, super slow. Nobody's trying to do any runs. No one's trying to break lines. Just passing left to right.
Yeah.
It just did not work, and it was so frustrating. We saw a few glimpses of Xabi Alonso trying to fix that. It just with stars like this who have big egos, you really have to rely on individual uh, brilliance on the day of the match to see if they're cool, if they're, if they're even in the match to want to score. So Jose Mourinho, he's very similar to Ancelotti. I think he's even more strict to a certain extent on what he expects his players, but he has a completely different play style compared to the previous managers that have been in Real Madrid. Yeah. So I'm at the point where I'm cool with the shift in style. Like we need it, and something different needs to happen because it's very, very stagnant at the moment. So I have no high expectations for this season either. I don't think our signings have met that standard of that excites me going into a season.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm currently feeling right now.
For sure. So my thoughts, I think you pretty much covered everything that I had in mind as well. I think Alonso was trying something. We were getting somewhere. We saw glimpses of it, but Alonso needed time, and at Real Madrid, that's what they don't give you as a coach. You need results.
Yep.
You need to win the Clásicos. You need to win the derbies. We need the results now. And so you can't come to a club like Real Madrid and expect to have 2 to 3 seasons to build something. I mean, Leverkusen gave Alonso the time and they stuck with him and it worked, bro. And I think Alonso's going to do, I think that Chelsea team is being slept on. He got rid of Garnacho to begin with, right off the bat. So
that was a good start.
That's a great start, bro.
Bro.
So
chances of winning just went up.
I think Alonso's going to surprise a lot of people. I think it was bad timing for us, bro. I think we all kind of felt that. We were like, nah, not Alonso yet. Like we know, we're just gonna throw him out. I can see him making a return like a few years from now. But it was just too early, and so
no Champions League experience.
Yeah,
no Champions League experience. You know,
Yeah.
he did that with
So
season, and then right away we picked him up, and he had not managed a single game into the Champions
yeah.
League. I
So
always thought it was too early. So
I agree. So
bummer.
well, I
It's a
mean,
bummer.
yeah, under Mourinho, we'll see. I think we're definitely gonna see a much quicker transition into the attack. I think against teams like City, Barcelona, which talking about the new Champions League format, I'm a fan, bro. I do like this whole like table thing rather than you're stuck in the group and you play them two times. I like this that like we're playing these big
Too.
teams off rip,
Me too.
um, which is pretty much what Florentino was trying to do with the Super League, if you remember. But
Oh, that's true.
um, yeah,
Very
I
true.
think under Mourinho we're gonna see that quick transition attack, bro, and I think it'll work, bro, with Bellingham, with Valverde who can run all game. Bellingham, who's a workhorse. Um, the thing we saw that would just struggle with Mbappe and Vinny sometimes is like in the transition they would kind of like be quick, but then they were just like, all right, let me slow it down so we can get numbers up. And under Mourinho, damn well it's the counterattack. It's a one touch here, two touch there on the pass, and you set someone up to take a shot. um and so very very interested to see. I will say the depth is there for where we've been needing it. We've needed center backs. Okay, we got Konate, which is like
I'm
whatever.
glad that. Yeah, I'm glad that we
It's like
reinforced
we're
the
filling in
defense.
some spots where it's
Yeah.
like we need some work here. We got Kukureya, which he had a good tournament. Like honestly, like if him and Trent are gonna compete, or if Kukureya's on
Dumfries.
the other side, like I don't mind that at all. And we've got Dumfries into the mix, so
Start Dumfries, bro.
we've got options now to where it's like if this isn't working, we go with the next one. And so I
Yep.
think Fran Garcia was is it Fran Garcia?
The left back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fran Garcia. He was struggling, and then who else were we throwing into left back? Bro,
Carreras.
Mendy is just never there. He just has one good game and he's gone for 3
Just
months.
injury prone, bro. That's
Yeah,
so
he's
sad,
such a
man.
beast at defending too, bro.
Yeah.
Um, and then Carreras, bro, which is just he's not good enough to start for this team. He's
I
not
think
like
he did. I think the whole team started off the season well,
yeah.
and then once we got hit with like 2 or 3 losses, that demeanor just plummeted, and
Yeah.
everyone's game just went down. Once the game
So
started stacking up, the schedule started stacking up.
uh-huh.
We didn't have the
And that's
depth.
and exactly the depth, that's what's needed. And so like these signings we're doing is like, okay, there's the depth we kind of need. We're
Yeah.
just kind of missing that big boom, that big signing, which I think is coming with Diomande or
I mess with that.
Olise,
I
which
like
I
that.
don't think Olise is gonna come anymore, but that was the big signing
We need one
they
more
were
big
thinking about.
signing.
I
One more big
agree. I think
signing.
we need one more. But other than that, I think Real Madrid cannot go another season without a single trophy, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's an embarrassment to the club, and it's a slap in the face to all the fans um, who are always there in every competition, bro, showing out for the team. Um, this team has shown their individual quality at their national teams. I mean, we saw Mbappe score, top goal scorer, doing some insane stuff. We saw Vinny do really well with Brazil. Bellingham had the best tournament of his life. So um, we've got to figure it out. We have to. There's just no way we can't.
It's crazy as that Barca. I've been liking Barca signings, man. Their attack is
Yeah.
gonna be lethal, man.
Yeah, they picked up who out of Yemi.
Dude,
Um,
Adeyemi is nice. I think he's gonna flourish. All attacking players that Barca has signed in the past have flourished, and it works for them.
yeah,
And I think that's the only time they'll pick up foreigners is for their attack.
yeah.
Just elite strikers, elite wingers, and just
Mm-hmm.
have that midfield and defense hold on to that Barca play style, man, and it works. So
Yeah.
I see them kicking our asses next season again. Yeah, I do. I do.
Well, I don't see that happening.
I do, bro.
I don't think if that shit were to happen, like Florentino's got to get fired. Like people they gotta go. Like half
We've
of
had
this
enough
team's
of the
gotta
butt
go,
whoopings the
bro.
last 2
It's been
seasons.
insane. Um, but yeah, that's for Real Madrid. Now, let's move on to Man United. I think that's my club right there.
Nice
Used to be your
pickups.
club.
Nice
We've
pickups.
gotten Andre Santos from Chelsea. I think I haven't been able to watch the full games yet they're on Manu TV. You got to pay whatever. I'm not paying for that. I'm watching the highlights after. The guy looks composed. I watch those
He's
montages where like
nice.
they record every touch or they film every touch. He's composed on the ball. And we've been playing Wrexham, these small clubs, whatever. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'd look composed out there. Now I'm just playing. But no, he looks solid.
They
The guy
lost to him, by
looks
the way.
I know. The guy looks solid, but I like the pickup. I do think though that
Who are they going to
it's
pair
kind
him
of
with?
it's kind of crazy. That's the big thing is what is this midfield going to look like? Because I mean, we've got Kobe Mainu who didn't play a single minute at the World Cup, bro. Like that's insane. He was starting alongside with Bruno and then
Cool.
Casemiro. So Casemiro's gone now on a free to Inter Miami. So United have some decisions to make in that midfield. I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see a double pivot of Santos Tielemans and then Bruno in front. I don't know how I feel about that. I think Kobe Mainu, his form with United at the end of the season, I think he deserves to be in that starting spot. Um, but we do have the depth now that we've been asking for the midfield. However, I don't like how once again this club in the beginning of the summer talking about reinforcing the midfield, we were getting names like Chouameni, Camavinga,
Heard about
Kone,
that.
and
Yeah.
now we've gone from that to Andre Santos, Tielemans, and now
And
maybe
now,
Tyler Adams. You know what I mean? So it's like this is the part
yeah,
that's annoying, bro. It's like
that's
you
frustrating
are a
as a fan.
big club with money and you come out saying we're going after these big names. We're gonna make a move for Camavinga. We're gonna
I
make
don't
a
think the
move for
players want to
Chouameni.
go, bro.
And
I don't
that's
think the players want to go. Maybe they do. I can see them making the attempt to get him
I
there,
don't
but
know who wouldn't want
I
to though, bro. It's the biggest club of
dude,
England still, bro. Like,
no,
think about it, Josh.
bro.
You being a competitive guy, you don't think you see what's going on and you're like, you know what, bro? I want to write my name into the history books that turned that around. That was like, this was the first club to get this team this was the first team to get this club out of this slump. So I just think it's crazy. Look, I like Tielemans. I've always said, like, I
But
think like
KD, bro,
3 years ago, I was like, bro, Tielemans is such a
he's
solid
nice,
midfielder.
bro. And
And
you guys picked him up for the low,
yeah, that was
for the
35
low.
million. That was low. Experienced Premier League player with Champions League
Good World
experience.
Cup.
I like it, and he had a good World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I do think he's just at that age where it could be a little risky with the injuries and stuff like that. But I don't mind it. Andre Santos, I don't mind it. I think we overpaid, but it is what it is. Now the big talk is Tyler Adams. So we saw his tournament, bro. We watched him play every game for the U.S. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's a great move for him? Do you think he's not going to play enough in that midfield? What are your thoughts? Because keep in mind, Mason Mount is also back healthy. He's been rested and he's been playing pretty well. Like
Fragile though. He's
he's
fragile.
very, very fragile. So what are your thoughts on
Fragile.
Adams to United if it were to?
Not because I'm American, but Tyler Adams does have the character to play in a team like Manchester United. Manchester United was known for that grit, for that physicality, for that heart to win, and
Yeah.
those are all the traits that Adam has, man. Like you see
Mhm.
him play, and unfortunately, the Belgium game, like none of that was shown. But he's a workhorse in that midfield, man,
Yeah.
and he doesn't do nothing fancy. He just distributes. He's a role player. I think
Yeah.
he'd go be. I wouldn't want to see him coming off the bench. So I personally, as much as he's American, I don't think Manchester United is a fit for him. There's just too many stars that are gonna
I
just
agree.
override him in that
Yeah. I
formation
just
squad.
I don't see Adams getting a consistent role on this team unless like Mount gets injured, like, and obviously we don't wish this upon anyone, but it's like there's a series of events that would have to happen for Adams to get a consistent role on this team, and I just don't think it's the right move for him, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I think you're playing at a good level. However, I do think Man United being in European football again changes it up because you can't just go all out every game. You do need to rotate a lot more.
Right.
So I could see Adams being like a starter in the Carabao Cup or like, you know what I mean? Which would be,
Right.
bro,
Right.
those are great games,
Yeah.
in the Champions League as well. If a player is not, I could see Tielemans being like, oh, he has a knock on his calf. Adams has to like start or like he gets subbed in for second half. I do, bro. My heart is telling me I want an American on this Man U team. Like I want that so bad to happen. Like,
Has there ever been an American? No, right? Tim Howard. That's
Tim
the only
Howard.
one.
That's about it. Yeah, but a transfer we're not going to talk about. But I guess Pulisic is eyeing a move to get out of Milan. But anyways, that's a whole other conversation.
Gosh. Why?
I don't know, bro. I don't know if it's.
I think that's a rumor.
Coaching, but
I think that's a
United
rumor.
was a freaking thing that like United were wanting to make a move on him. But yeah, for Pulisic, but I don't know. We'll see. But going back to the Adams thing, my heart says I want an American on this team. My actual thought process is like this isn't the right move for him. I don't think it's the right move for both parties. I think if he doesn't perform, this kid is just going to get an insane amount of hate from the fans, and he's going to be trying to get a loan or, a transfer immediately.
How bad can it be, bro? How bad can it be? After that Belgium game, how bad could it be, dude? But, you got a whole nation against you, dog. Can't take a little bit of banter from your own team fans.
I know, but well, yeah. So I don't know, bro. We'll see what happens there. But, bro, Xerxes.
If it happens, I don't mind.
Game. Yeah, I don't mind it either. If it happens, I'll be happy or whatever. We've got Santos, Tielemans, Mainu, Bruno, Cunha in the midfield.
The coach still?
As a 10 as well. It's still Carrick, bro. They're giving him another run.
He did good.
I like it. I really did like it. So we'll see. And so with Man United, bro, I mean, did you see Xerxes' goal yesterday? Bro, that guy is smooth, bro. He's been playing.
Yeah,
and
I like him.
Dude, Xerxes, Sesko, Mbuemo, Cunha, Bruno. Like, the only thing we need now is, like, fullbacks. That's it. We need to reinforce the fullback position, bro. It's like Luke Shaw, Black Ops or Modern Warfare is coming out, and that brother just gets injured around that time so he could play the game. So Luke Shaw is going to be out in October pretty much. We need another left back. We need to reinforce those positions. And what I'm liking about Carrick, bro, what I'm really liking about him is that he's already incorporated a lot of the academy players already into these preseason friendlies, bro. A lot of them, which is like, that's the way we got to go. That's the way it has to be. And so Shea Lacey is one to look out for. Bro, JJ Gabriel, have you seen his highlights, bro? This kid is insane, bro. I'll show you, bro. Insane. He still can't play with him because he's not 18 yet or whatever.
What?
Or no, he's not 16 and a half yet. I think he transferred when he was 16, so you have to be 17, I think, to start first team. There's little like small things like that like prevent him from playing. But anyway, I think United can make a run, bro. I think they can do it, bro. They competed last season, and the first batch of it was with Amorim still. Under Carrick, everything clicked, and bro, I think they can make something. They can make a special run, especially being in Champions League, and I'm so excited for this season, bro. So excited for it. But I think that pretty much wraps up for Man United. Now let's go to the best top flight football that you can possibly watch. LA Galaxy. This is a team that we both share.
Gosh, man.
I was at the game last week. LAFC versus LA Galaxy.
Tell me what you saw, bro. Tell me what you saw.
What I saw off rip, what I saw was Galaxy being inspired by the Spain team. And they were like, we're going to control the game. We're going to keep the tempo. We're going to push lines forward. We're just going to knock it back and forth. but then we'd give the ball to Paintsel and he'd run straight at a defender with no intent of taking him on. He just runs straight at him and give the ball away. But um, there's just no threat on that team, bro. There's just no threat at all. They had the ball, they kept possession, and they just did nothing with the ball. LAFC would get the ball, boom, 2 passes, 3 passes, were in their final third, back of the net. And so this team is just terrible, bro. It's just insane it's really how bad this team is.
It's really bad.
And bro, I mean, you saw we lost our best player after Ricky Puig. Gabriel Peck dips. Unfortunately, on his debut, bro, 15 minutes in, breaks his leg. It was a dirty tackle, bro. Like, what are your thoughts?
I couldn't even watch the video. Knowing that I broke like 1,000 bones. It's just so funny to me, like watching the World Cup games, seeing how hard it is to take a ball away from a team, to see a team like so hard to lose the ball, to go into Galaxy and see some of the players that can't even do like a 5-meter pass or just give the ball back to their keeper. But I have to set my standards low again. I did that before, like when I just had to like put my standards way low when I'm watching the MLS or when I'm watching my Galaxy. And I had to remind myself again, like, bro, you're watching the MLS, you're watching the Galaxy. So it's been brutal to watch them play. I will say, though, the 2024 Galaxy was probably one of the best teams I've seen in a while at that level of play coming from the MLS. And a lot of it the system that Vanny had worked perfectly around Puig.
Yeah.
Why he keeps wanting to replicate that with having a player like that just doesn't make any sense to me.
Bro, he's trying to with Sanabria, bro.
dude, like it's so frustrating because we made all these signings in the off season, knowing he tore his ACL in the preseason, and we still went for a forward. We made these
instead of just trying to replace him.
Yes, and look,
or at least temporarily.
Look, shout out to Galaxy for keeping their dignity and holding on to their star boy, and not just like straight up like let him know like, yo, like we signed a new star player. You're forgotten. I think Galaxy's trying to build a new culture as like them trying to take care of their players and their coaches, which they are. This is new, like, and I respect that. But dude, you are LA Galaxy. You are a team that is known for winning championships. Like, F all the trying to keep your star boy and be nice to the coach. Like, no, dude, this is like it's the same with Madrid. You need to win now. Forget trying to develop a team. Forget trying to develop a system. Like, no, dude, you need to win now. Like, stop waiting for the 16-year-old to eventually grow up to be our leading scorer. That's not going to work in this club. That's not the fan culture. That's not the team culture. The team culture is to win. And when you're trying to create a system and create the style of play, it's frustrating. But the MLS does work like that. It relies heavily on building systems and building a style of play. And like you'll see teams win the championship because they had years maintaining that same core, maintaining that same coaching staff, and eventually leading up to the finals, they win it because they were able. And that's how the MLS works. You'll see that replicated throughout a lot of championship teams. But I would like to see Vanny out. We have new signings. I'm not excited for them. I can care less about them.
Yeah.
It's honestly just some subpar signings that. Yeah. I love the signings of Peck and Paintsel, and we brought someone else. I think it was like Yoshida that we brought in, an experienced center back, which I think was well needed. That was a good
we were serious. Window. We were serious then.
Yeah, and we have Puig to do it to back it though. Yeah. Like, bro, I think if Puig doesn't get hurt or tear his ACLs, y'all probably gonna hate this. I can see him being on that Spain squad, bro. On that for the World Cup. Maybe not as a starter, but he'd be on that bench. Yeah. Nah, that brother was elite. He was elite. I got to watch him play in person.
Bold take.
Yeah.
He's good. Yeah.
He's good.
He's very good.
He's good.
Okay. Now, I mean, you kind of mentioned the most recent signings. That's what I wanted to talk about. We got Robbie Taylor from Inter Miami, and we've got Furuhashi What are your thoughts, bro? I think Robert Taylor's made like 2 appearances now, both in games that were lost already. Like it was like, just throw him on. And I mean, Furuhashi, we haven't seen him. I don't know if he's gonna feature in today's game or against San Jose.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but at least minimum contracts or whatever. Not any crazy move to assign a DP spot, but if I'm not wrong, we have 2 DP spots available right now, right? Because Ricky Puig has, he was like, I'm not playing this season at all.
I went to Klaus. It's like
Went to Klaus.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro.
Oh
Now you see,
my god.
I was
bro.
so angry when we made that signing in the beginning because I'm like, dude, you have the quality up top. Sign another star DP, another similar player that has those qualities of Pooch that can play high possession, that can distribute, take on defenders, and we're straight. Like it worked with just one player. Why, dude? Why we would get a striker when we don't have the midfield to even get the ball up to him makes no sense. No sense at all. So you can see my frustration from the beginning of the season on that. Now you let Peck go. You have a DP spot now, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to use the DP spot to sign a winger and not sign that center midfielder that we need. So
it has to be a midfielder, bro. This last spot has to be a midfielder. Bro, get Kevin De Bruyne in here if we have to, bro.
No,
bro.
I hate those signings.
Kevin De Bruyne over another striker winger.
That's another Marco Royce.
That's another Marco Royce, ass, bro. He's not a DP, so I don't care. But he's ass. That brother sucks, bro.
I don't want Kevin De Bruyne,
bro. Okay, would you rather Kevin De Bruyne or a winger?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. At least we know Kevin De Bruyne's gonna put one in the box.
Yeah.
So I mean, we need a midfielder. That's like damn clear. We've got Cerrillo, Sanabria. Like, we need a midfielder, bro. Like
Cerrillo was phenomenal with Pooch because he could play as he played the wall for him, the one-touch wall.
I like Cerrillo, bro. Don't get me wrong. I like him, but it's not possible right now, bro.
He looks so bad in this squad. He looks so bad.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
And so, like, what do you think? Is it long overdue for Greg Vanney to be gone?
I say hold on to the that DP signing till next season. I say hold on to next. Just ride out. Oh yes. New coach.
So let the new coach decide who's going to get that big contract.
The DP. Yes. Yep. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how long. I think Joseph Painstill's contract is done this year. I think.
So we'll have 2 DP on his page too.
So we'll probably have 2 DPs. Waive the Klaus DP spot too. And start from scratch.
Like it's next season. That is
start from scratch. So. Dude, Sanabria was one of the signings that was meant to replace Mark Delgado. Just think about that.
Delgado's miles better than that guy, bro.
Think about that.
And of course, Delgado scores against us in the freaking Clásico.
Good.
It's like written in the stars, bro. That's good. You just see that.
That's so good. We did him dirty for his. I don't know if you heard, but the first time that LAFC came back to Galaxy after he won the ring, they made like this mediocre like celebration for Mark Delgado. Like I think they were supposed to do it in the halftime. They did it in the pregame when nobody was in the stadium. You know here with MLS, no one gets early to the stadiums.
Yeah.
Nobody was around. Up, nothing on the screens. Nobody was like. He was just there. Somebody just walked up to him with a box and handed him his ring.
That's insane, bro.
That's even he said like he was with us for like 4 seasons before he won or 5. It's like even he said like that was messed up. Like I don't think this is the recognition that I was supposed to deserve here because that was cold. But I think we start fresh next season. I mean, I'm crossing all my toes and fingers right now that Pooch comes back healthy. But dude, 2 ACL tears.
Oh. Yeah, we just don't know what player we're getting back. We don't know what we're getting. If he's even going to be able to play, if he's going to be able to sprint, or
Yeah,
And
they're playing
bro,
some
his
Russian
playing
roulette.
style, yeah, his playing style relies heavily on those movements side to side,
Pivots,
and it's just
pivoting.
so scary, bro.
Yeah.
So, well, we'll see, bro. We've got San Jose tonight, 7:30. Um, this
At
will
their home.
probably, yeah, this will probably come out tomorrow.
And they hate us. They hate us.
Yep, and they've got
That's
Preston Judd, right?
Cali
Preston's up
Classico.
top.
He's
He's
been
doing
doing
nice,
so good this season, man. I'm happy for him.
and they've got Timo Werner, the coin burner.
Morro.
So we'll see, bro. We'll see what happens there, but definitely moves have to be done. A midfielder is needed on that squad. Marco Ruiz comes off injured every single game. He comes off limping.
He does. I think he's lying.
He is.
I think
He's 100%
it's
lying.
always when we're losing, and it's always when we just don't have like control of the game. He goes down with an injury, and then he's back the next game.
Yeah, and we
Get him
get
outta
this
here.
guy. He's supposedly a set piece guy. The dude can't cross the ball when we get a set piece. It's rare when he can cross it into the box well, but I don't want to go on a rant too much with Marco Reus. I mean, whatever. Yeah.
Justin Hack, baby. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm so glad his goal didn't count, bro. I don't want to see that happy, man. I hate him so bad. He's so bad. Bleep the F words if we have to, but oh my gosh, man. He's so frustrating to watch. That brother stinks. He stinks. And the fact that he starts every game makes no sense.
Makes you want to lace him back up, huh?
Oh my gosh, man. Just seeing, even watching him in person, like, it's even worse. It's even worse.
Yeah.
We've gotten scored on so many times from him losing possession, from him just like totally blanking out. We've gotten scored on so many times because of his fault, and he still continues to start. And like Vanny's like wishing and praying that this guy flips the script and he just becomes this elite defensive midfielder. He was never a defensive midfielder. He played center back for New York City.
Yeah, he was the move to make. That's the move that everyone was like, oh, they need to reinforce the center back position. Get this brother out of here, bro. Yeah. Trade him for a bag of chips.
Ham and cheese.
A ham and cheese from the donut shop. But yeah, bro. Well, I think we covered pretty much everything we had to talk about, catch up a little bit. We'll see what happens, man. We've got a nice season of soccer coming our way.
Soccer,
bro.
Baby.
Yeah, club soccer is back. We are hyped. If you did make it to the end of this episode, be sure to drop a comment what you guys want us to talk about. Any games, major games you guys want us to see. We will be back to the tactical analysis and breakdown on certain games once we get back into the flow of club soccer. It was a little hectic with the ending of the World Cup and all that stuff. But, yeah, guys, we are going to be rooting for Madrid, for United, and, of course, LA Galaxy that will be playing tonight. So we will talk about that game and go from there. But you got anything else for us, Josh?
That's all, man. Make sure y'all, like you said, I'm down to pick up any new teams to watch. I'm always excited to see different styles of play. So let us know.
Yes, sir. All right. Appreciate it, brother. So, all right, guys, we will be seeing you guys on the next one. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you made it this far, be sure to like, subscribe on all platforms. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Follow us on there, and we will see you guys on the next one. Thank you, guys. Peace out.